the infamous tweak you made. Tell us about that tweak for our viewers.
It's famous, not infamous.
Well, what you had happening is I was on the guys to fail fast. Fail fast so I can figure out what we are. And you're letting them go a little bit. And I didn't do a good enough job of defining roles, but I couldn't early because I had to know what exactly do you have. So as the season went on, and I'm doing the officials thing where they tell us, don't touch, get your hands up. So we're playing away from people, and all of a sudden, what happened at the end of the year? It's back to clubbing and fouling and all that. So we had to go back to practice and say foul on every possession so we can play through it, not do it to the other team. But the biggest thing is I woke up one day, the season had ended, we lose 3 or 4, Florida had smacked us, and I said, what do I do for Andrew? This was the first tweak. I grabbed tape of Darren Williams, who's averaged 9 assists a game throughout his NBA career, is a big guard, sneaky athletic, can score, but creates for his team. And I showed him tape. 1 game of 11 assists. And then I said, what would you have done on that? I would have shot that. What would you have done on this? I would have shot that. Instead of, I said, okay, here's what we're going to do. Monday, you will not shoot any basketballs. We're not going to run a whole lot of plays. Every shot you are going to create for your team. We're going to chart them. First Monday, 26 assist attempts, 21 assists, 8 hockey assists, which is pass it ahead and post. And I'm mad the whole practice. I'm throwing balls against the wall. I'm mad at me. Why didn't I do this earlier? Apologize to the team, and I apologize to him in front of the team. This is why you came here, for me to help make this game easier for you. That changes, and I knew it would. So by Monday's practice, Tuesday he had 19 assists, Wednesday he had 16 assists, and then we went in the tournament and it all changed. And our team, he had 9 assists the first game. Aaron was better, James was better, they took better shots. What was I thinking? Why didn't I do it earlier? I don't know, Skip.
Let me ask you this question. Because you just broke down something that's very, very important. You talked about how you didn't figure this out sooner. Yet, you sit here and you've been on the airwaves, you've been quoted ad nauseum as somebody. You don't have, I mean, you'd prefer that it not be one and done, but certainly you don't shy away from it. But having guys that are one and done, that puts more of the onus on you than ever because you've got to do it quicker. Yet, it's something that you're receptive to embracing. Why is that?
Because what I talk about in the book, it's about the players first. My life is good. They're making decisions right now. And you know what I've told all these kids? Here's the information. This is what it is. I've called the NBA GMs. They're not going to lie to me because they want to keep coming in the gym. Here's the information. If you stay, 50 years from now, this program's not changing. If you leave, 50 years from now, this program's not changing. It's Kentucky. Do what is right for you. I'll figure out what's left. If I tell a player, you need to come back, I'm going to improve your free throw shooting, I'll play in another position, you're going to be with these guys, and we're going to finish stronger, the people around him are telling him what? Man, he don't care. He's trying to win more.
Right.
And I'm not getting into that. This is about these young people.
Yeah, but, Coach, you're saying that, but you coach at Kentucky. Like you just said, you can say that because the program's not going to change because it's Kentucky. Most other programs, there is no other Kentucky.
Okay, can I tell you? We lost Derrick Rose. We lost kids after one, and we were fine at Memphis. Okay. I mean, if you're focused on the kids and what is right for them, you'll deal with what's next, and you'll figure it out.
So how do you feel now that you've been through it and through it and through it with my longtime position that these kids should be able to do whatever they want coming out of high school? If they want to turn pro and risk it, they should be able to turn pro.
Here's my argument with you. I was scared with Bill O'Reilly because I know it would be coming. With you, I knew we got to have the little back and forth here. My issue, society. So we're going to tell 9th graders, how many of them would think they can go right to the NBA? 9th and 10th graders.
All of them.
Right. So you're going to have, let's say, 5,000 kids who now are up against it academically and say, you know what, I'm going to be a pro anyway. I'm not worried about this. Can we live with ourselves? We could say it's not my son. The parents should do this. But I'm telling you, that would be a sidebar. why don't we make him go to school 2 years? And you say, well, why would you do that? Well, here's what I would say to you. Now you got young kids saying, if I got to stay in school 2 years, I got to be prepared for this. So now, whether they make it or not, we're educating, we're encouraging education. If they stay 2 years and 3 summers, they're a year away from a college degree when they go to the NBA. But the NBA, in my humble opinion, needs to give up one of those years and make it a 3-year deal instead of a 4-year deal. You're going to make them stay. They also, the NCAA and the NBA, pay for their insurance. These kids shouldn't have to pay for their own insurance. And why wouldn't the NBA have every player in college basketball can apply for a loan? Unless you have future earnings that they think they see, they're not giving you that loan. So now all of a sudden we start curing some of the ills, and kids staying in school, it ends up being better.
If the Lakers called, would you take the job?
No, I wouldn't.
Seriously. Coach.
Well, can I tell you something funny? It's only us, right?
Yeah, no
Okay.
one's listening.
So after the game, I'm trying to be strong for my team, and Anthony Davis and John, they're all there. My guys are in the locker room after, and they feel bad. And one of them says, you're going to the Lakers. And I go, what are you talking about? Well, there was a rumor you're going to the Lakers. I said, no. But, Anthony, would you come with me? But it was teasing. Here's what
They doubled your salary?
Here's the greatest
Triple.
thing. Here's the greatest thing of what I'm doing right now. Grandparents came through Ellis Island. Parents are high school educated. I am the coach at Kentucky, and Mitch McConnell says to me, how many guys are leaving your program to go pro? And I tell him, he says, you're creating more millionaires than a Wall Street firm. Think of it if you're me.